On this very podcast, I and Esomnofu, the winner of Maltina Teacher of the Year 2024, demystified mathematics. Peradventure, you're a student and you find it difficult to understand mathematics. This podcast is for you. Or you're a parent and you're really struggling on how your son, your daughter, your word can as well understand mathematics. Definitely don't go nowhere. Or you're a school owner. Esomnofu gave it the way it is. I was inspired, especially at the part where he said he used to fail mathematics and he decided to take a revenge on mathematics. That was the height of it all for me. My name is Oma. You're very sweet at on radio, TV, social media, sweet at everywhere. And this is Oma's Diary 360, where I chronicle my journey as a social impact development multimedia journalist and broadcaster. Enjoy this podcast and stay inspired.
Talk, all my talk, loving somebody, and somebody loves you back. My sweetheart on radio.
So I have with me an amazing young man. Let me tell you a bit about this young man. I think I stumbled upon him when the Maltina Teacher of the Year 2024 was ongoing. It was Teacher Rose who was the first winner of the Maltina Teacher of the Year that said something about him, and I paid attention. I went to his page on Facebook. I looked through his page on Facebook, as at that time before he won, I think he was at 900 and something thousand followers on Facebook. I wouldn't know. I still remember. Okay, and I was like, a teacher, 900 and something thousand followers on Facebook. I said there is something about this young man. I started looking out. He makes videos on how to understand mathematics. He has a way that he has demystified mathematics, and I paid attention to him. I was waiting to know who was going to win, and amazingly, Esomnofu was called out as the winner of Maltina Teacher of the Year 2024. And you know the interesting part of it? He wasn't from a very big school in an urban area. He's just in a school in Nasarawa State, right? And if you even look at the school where he is, you just see that what is going ahead of this young man is his passion, his zeal to impact on the lives of young people in an amazing way, using mathematics, using teaching as a tool for transformation. And I trailed him. Not just that, he has actually started a mathematics online competition which is currently ongoing. But today on the program, we are going to look at that part, the Esomnofu, the mathematician, the one that has demystified mathematics, the one that is on Facebook teaching young people different topics on mathematics, the one that has actually given someone like me hope. And I know a lot of teachers out there that there is more to teaching. You know, when I saw him, I saw Teacher Rose, I saw Teacher Chike, I knew that there is something different about teaching. And Esomnofu, welcome to the live studios of Radio Sapiencia 95.3 FM Onitsha.
All right, thank you so much. Honestly, it's a great honor and a privilege to be present in today's session. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah. I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, thank you so much for accepting to be here despite your busy schedule. We are so excited to have you here. You know, the last time you were in Onitsha, you were at Pace Setters Academy. I was like, oh, you were in Onitsha. You did not tell me you were coming to Onitsha. Esomnofu, never ever just steal yourself into Onitsha and leave like that. If you're coming to Onitsha, let me know you're coming to Onitsha, because we need to feel, I mean, the students in Onitsha, they need to have a feel. They need to have a touch of your grace. They need to you know, come in contact with what you carry. Esomnofu, what is your full name, please?
Esomnofu Chidebube Ifechukwu.
Okay, and you're from Obaina, Anambra State.
Yes, sure.
Amazing, amazing. That's good to know. So let's start at before we look at demystifying mathematics. Let's start at your life, your career, where you started.
Okay. I started my primary school at Demonstration Primary School in Sugbe, and all through my primary and secondary school days, I've been failing mathematics. So
Are you
initially I
serious?
wanted to be a medical doctor, but each time I take first position, I will always fail maths. So that's the
Wow.
surprising thing. I always take first position in class, but I will fail maths. So,
Wow.
but I was happy in a way because I'm taking the first position. If somebody tells me that you are failing maths, I'll tell you that in all ramification, I'm better than you are. But I've always wanted to set this record of taking first position all through my life. But unfortunately, in my year 11, that is SS2, for the first time in my life, I took second position. And the cause was because I failed maths. You know, in SS2, the number of subjects you'll be doing will be limited because you are now streamlining to the course of your choice. So because of my lapses and failure in maths, I wasn't able to cover the gaps the person that took the first position used in passing me in maths because of the limited number of subjects I'm doing in that SS2. Unlike my SS1 where I do 15, 16 subjects, but now I'm doing 9. So I wasn't able to cover that gap. And for the first time in my life, I took a second position because of two marks. And since that day, I vowed that I would repent what mathematics did to me. And that was why I dropped my ambition of becoming a medical doctor. I even quarreled with my dad because all of them wanted me to be a medical doctor. Very funny enough, I had a very bad handwriting then. So anytime I'll be sad, my dad would tell me that's how the writing of doctors look like. So I shouldn't worry. So everybody thought I would end up as a medical doctor, but let me say I disappointed them because of what maths did to me. In fact, I am on a mission to revenge what maths did to me. And that was why I decided to go to the university to study maths, not just studying maths, but how to teach maths as well, so that I will be able to correct that thing maths did to me to every student around me, and not just students around me, and find a way of ensuring that no students will ever fear maths again. So that was why I decided to be a mathematics teacher.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm having goosebumps, like I'm feeling goosebumps as you're saying all these things. Oh my goodness. To think that you're such a huge inspiration, to think that you failed you were failing maths all along, but you decided to revenge on mathematics. That is the kind of stubbornness I love. That's amazing. So you studied mathematics education, right?
Yes.
And how has it been demystifying mathematics? Let me ask you, why do students, because even just like you said, even me as a student, I was afraid of maths. In fact, I typically ran away from sciences because of mathematics. Oh my goodness. But predestination happens and I'm here, right? Okay, so why do students run away from mathematics? That's the first question.
Okay. Students run away from maths because of the phobia. Everybody around them will be telling them that maths is difficult. In fact, if you get a newborn baby today, people around him or her will be telling him maths is difficult, and that's how we grow with it, thinking that maths is actually difficult. If I can start making A's in maths from F, I think that anybody in this life can pass maths, because mathematics is the simplest subject one can study. It is the only subject that can give you joy when you get it right. I've not seen anybody studying any subject, and when you try to understand, you'll be so happy. But once you get a particular maths problem right, you'll be so happy. Even today as a teacher, if I solve a challenging maths question and get it right, you see the way I will praise myself. I'll be so happy. In fact, I will feel like that my day has been made that day. So students fear mathematics because of phobia. And again, they fear it because most students learn maths with just maths textbook.
Okay.
And again, most students depend only on what their teacher is giving them in that mathematics. See, if I am your teacher, for instance, your maths teacher, and I'm under you, and you solely depend on what I'm giving you, you can never be greater than myself. The highest you can achieve is my height. So if a student only concentrates on what the teacher is giving him or her, that person cannot, in fact, you cannot even be as good as that teacher. And also, if you study with just maths textbook, for example, if I am a student and I only use New General Mathematics, it means that I only know New General Maths Mathematics. I cannot be better than New General Maths. So that is why, and every textbook has a pattern of bringing in question and coining question.
Wow.
And if you go to external exams, that topic you think you've learned so well, maybe using a particular textbook, you start seeing it in a different angle, and you'll be demoralized because after studying, you go to exam, you fail.
Oh wow.
But if you combine the study of maths with at least 3, 4, 5, 6 textbooks, in fact, there is no type of question that can come from that topic you've studied that you cannot attempt.
Wow.
So that's why students fail maths, because they'll feel like, the teacher will give simple example in the exam, you see a different thing. I do see students say something like that because it is either they depended on what the teacher has given them, or they are studying with one textbook. Again, is that many students fail to get help immediately they find a problem challenging. For example, they will see a challenging math question, they will struggle, they couldn't solve it, they will just leave it and go. Tomorrow, they will see another difficult question. In fact, their difficulty will be compiling. And when the compilation is much, they will, in fact, within them, they will know that they are not doing well. Thereby, they will conclude that math is actually difficult. But once you are the type that gets help immediately that day that you have a challenge, you will see yourself growing, because every challenge you meet, you will overcome it. That's why you have teachers around you that you disturb when you have challenging questions. You have senior students above you that you can just meet. You have parents, you have friends, you have relatives, and so on. So if one tries to get help immediately you need that help, I believe it will help to solve your problems.
Wow.
And finally, everybody should believe that it is not only him or her that has problem in maths. Everybody has problem. Even as a teacher, there are some math questions that I can't solve now, which I am trying to improve and solve. So once you have this mentality that everybody has problem, you won't be shy that you can't solve this. So rather, it will help you to face that challenge and overcome it appropriately. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I think you actually answered 2 questions in 1 question, because I wanted to ask you now, how can students demystify mathematics? But I think you've gone a long way in answering that question. But look at the question again and see if there are other things you did not add that you can actually add. How can students demystify mathematics, and what can they do differently to ensure that mathematics comes easy, just like every other subject that they do in school?
Okay, in fact, the only way to do this is, first of all, to understand what you want to learn.
Okay.
For instance, you see a lot of people, they want to solve math problem. They will just go directly into solving question. Maybe you want to learn simultaneous equation. They will just write equation 1, equation 2 and start solving, but they don't know what they're solving. If you don't know what you are solving, you can't derive joy. You will see it as if, math is a problem that needs to solve.
Okay.
So if you don't know the problem, what are you solving? You can only end up memorizing methods, and once the question changes, you fail it, and you'll be discouraged. So you see, that's why any topic I want to introduce, I will tell you the meaning of that topic, the application, and why you are learning this topic.
Wow.
For instance, now, you cannot teach a child the area and perimeters of plane shapes without relating it to tiling a room. For example, now, if I want to tile the floor of my room, I need mathematics, because I know that I can measure the length and breadth of that room. That is the area of that room. I've got the area of the room. Then I will get the tile, one piece of the tile, measure the length and breadth of that tile. I've gotten the area of that tile. So if I am now a laborer that tiles, I'm a tiler. If I now want to give you a quotation on the number of tiles that can tile your room, I will just divide the area of that your room by the area of one tile. It will give me the number of tiles you need in tiling that. So students will see the real life application of that topic. They will not see it as a trouble, as stress. So it will help them to understand that topic. I cannot teach you simultaneous equation without linking it to buying and selling. For example, let's say you go to the market today, you bought 3 Fanta, 3 bottles of Fanta, and 2 bottles of Coca-Cola for, let's say, 20 naira, for instance. And tomorrow you bought 10 bottles of Coca-Cola and 5 bottles of Fanta for 70 naira. You know, you bought all these things together. Now, as a seller, you want to find the individual cost of the Fanta and the Coke. Because you bought it together, if you don't do the mathematics, you wouldn't know the price to set your selling price in order to make profit. So, but by representing Fanta with letter F and representing Coke with letter C, you can form a simultaneous equation that if you solve it, anything you get as your F and S represents the individual cost of a bottle of Fanta and a bottle of Coke. That is that X and Y we are solving in maths. But people will think that these things are letter. They represent real life quantities.
Wow.
So that's why students need to know the meaning, the application of the topic they study. It will help them to see it as a challenge, as a problem that needs to be resolved, because maths is all about solving problems. So that's it. They need to know the meaning of what they're studying. Yeah.
Like, I am wowed. Esomnofu. I am truly wowed. Hey, okay. You know what? Just like what you said now about market buying and selling, even the normal, have you seen that? The normal trader in the market, once they sell something to you, they are able to calculate it immediately,
very fast.
Now you're talking about the application of these mathematical formulas and all those things that we try to cram. Now, can you enumerate some of the applications of mathematics in our daily life?
There are too many. For example, if I'm teaching you volumes of solid shapes, for example, I'm talking about cylinder.
Okay.
I cannot just teach you cylinder without relating it to injections.
Okay.
Those drugs you see students, maybe sick patients take 2 meals, 8 meals. These are milliliters that we do, calculate the volumes of plane shapes and all that. A cylinder is a shape that looks like your needle. So learning the volumes of cylinder can help you to know the appropriate dosage of injection to give a child if you are a medical doctor. Also, if you have studied proportions and you are maybe a mason, it will help you to know the appropriate quantities of stone, sand, and cement to mix in order to get the desired quantity or desired maybe mixture of the concrete too. All these people that mount electric poles, electric lights, you notice that the distance from one pole to the other are always equal, the same.
Yes.
This is what we call common difference in arithmetic progression. Common difference, the difference are the same. So you cannot teach a child sequences, arithmetic progression, without telling him maybe the application in real life, like that having equal distances between one pole and the other. I cannot teach you compound interest and simple interest without telling you that compound interest takes interest from interest. You know, simple interest only takes interest from the principal, the amount of money you are depositing or lending.
Okay.
But compound interest, as you are making interest, they will also generate interest from the amount you deposited and also generate interest from the interest you are making.
Wow.
This will help a student to make a good financial decision.
Wow.
So there is no topic you can, if you like, name them. There is no topic you can name in mathematics without me giving you the real life application of that topic. All of them, none.
Wow.
No topics does not have a real life application in mathematics.
This is commendable. Like, I'm even impressed. Like, I'm inspired as well by all that you're saying. Okay, now let's look at your journey into being crowned the Maltina Teacher of the Year award. I saw how you laid on the floor, like, my goodness. How does it feel? And how has it been ever since you became the Maltina Teacher of the Year 2024?
Okay, honestly, that was a dream come true, because I wanted to see students who are battling with mathematics know that someone who battled with maths is now the best teacher in the country. So that has been my target, and since I won that award, I'm relaxed, I'm happy, because this will go a long way motivating students who are finding it difficult to learn or pass mathematics, that if this person that has been failing maths is now a maths teacher, not just a maths teacher, number one in the country as at 2024, that nothing is impossible. It was a dream come true for me, and since then it has also changed my life. I've got a lot of offers. I've got a lot of students that are demanding. In fact, now as it stands now, I'm fully booked. I teach students online all over the country. I don't even have any students in Nigeria. Almost. In fact, I teach students in not less than 15 countries now.
Wow.
And many of them are still coming, but I'm fully booked. You know, I can't divide myself into 5.
Yeah.
So in fact, it changed my life, because everybody wants the best teachers to handle their kids too. So it opened so many good doors for me.
Wow.
After winning, and it didn't come to because I've tried.
Wait. You've tried when 2020.
Yes, when I was in Anambra State, I was at community high school in Bariam then.
Oh wow.
So I became the best in Anambra State, number 1 in Anambra State then, that 2020, and also among the top 10 in Nigeria, that 2020.
Oh,
so
wow.
but I couldn't make it to the top 3.
Okay.
There. And once you have become a state champion, you cannot apply again until after 4 years.
Oh. Okay.
So that was why I waited the 2024 after 4 years and applied again. And as luck may have it, I emerged as the 2024.
That was resilience at work and doggedness at work. Amazing. Now, what advice do you have for young people who are maybe not just maths, maybe they are finding it difficult with their academics? What advice do you have for young people in order to take their academic journey seriously?
Okay, I want them to know that everybody has a challenge, and the best way to overcome one challenge is to face it, just like how I faced mathematics. Then in SS2, when I failed to take the first position, I told myself, man, it is me and you today. So I dropped everything I was doing, deprived myself so many things, locked myself off, consulted many textbooks. In fact, I had to do a lot of work. Then I was in the village with my grandmom. I had to start selling firewood to get money to pay. We have youth corpers there in our school that I pay that teach me privately in that mass just to maintain my first position again, and it helped me. So everybody needs to face his or her challenge, and you need to know that no challenge can be permanent unless you want it to be permanent. So once you face it, once you continue seeking help, and know that everybody has problems, not just you, and believing that you're gonna sort it out with hard work. Because with hard work, once you're consistent and you're hardworking, you can even overtake somebody that is naturally better than you are. That is what I believe, that nobody can be better than the other. Even if you are naturally, with hard work, I will overtake that person. So because the highest that can happen is you and that person can get 100. So once you are in the same class and you are ahead of me, the only thing that can happen is that we are going to share that first position. So whatever challenge you are facing, with hard work, consistency, honestly, you are going to win that challenge.
Wow.
So that's the advice I've got for everybody.
That's beautiful. Now let's talk briefly about the Esomnofu mathematics competition, which is currently ongoing right now. So where are you at the moment?
Okay, I was surprised that over 700 students applied for the competition across the country.
Wow.
And the first stage has taken place on the 25th of January this year. And surprisingly, we've got the top 100 students among the 700. And I think 18 from Osun State, 18 from Ogun State, 11 from Anambra, 10 from Abia, and about 8 from Enugu. These are the top states. But again, on the 8th of this month, February, we conducted another online second stage, and we've got our top 10 best students in the country. And surprisingly, 8 of them are from Ogun State.
Wow! So, 8 of them from Ogun State.
8 of them from Ogun State. We wanted the final stage to happen in Abuja, just like we have how they paid there to select the first, second, and third person to be rewarded. I think the first person goes on with 300,000 naira. Okay. 300,000 naira. The second person 200,000, and the first person 100,000 naira. And so far we've not gotten any sponsors. So as it stands now, all this is what that will come from my own personal pocket. I'm not doing it because I have more. I'm doing it because I don't want any students around me to face what I've faced, the challenge. Because this will go a long way, helping many students to be serious with their math in order to win. And with so many other things, because as it stands now, we are going to have that final in Ogun State, since 8 persons came from Ogun State. So instead of transporting them to Abuja, we are going to move them to Ogun State in order to save transportation costs too. So this is where we are, and that final stage will be coming up on the 22nd of March. Okay,
22nd of March. That's next month.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. Okay, quickly, for the students that will be writing JAMB, they've started picking up their forms for JAMB, and those of them that will be writing maths in jam, that's another thing, that's another cocoa. What advice do you have for them?
Okay, the advice is that for now they should have gone around all the topics in the JAM syllabus, because JAM has syllabus for all other subjects. So by now they should get their JAM syllabus and pick good to the topic that they are sure they have learned very well. Then those ones they feel they have not really learned very well, let them use just 1 month to ensure that they finish it up. Then they need to go and get exam pass questions that arranges the questions topic by topic. I think Prep 50 does that. They can get exam pass questions and arrange the topic by topic. Any topic they feel they have gone through that they have fully studied, they should just answer it. If they cannot get up to 40 out of 50 questions, they need to go back again and continue reading that topic. In fact, it's more of revision, pass question now, because the exam comes up in less than 3 months or 2 months.
Or 2 months thereabouts.
I wouldn't advise them to face it topic by topic now because of time. They should just go to past questions and solve to know their weak points. And also in the exam day, they should answer the question they are sure of first. Instead of wasting time on solving one question, you need to face the ones you know first. So once you are sure you've answered those ones you know, you can now come back to those ones you feel you know a bit before those ones you don't know at all, because you have less than 1 minute to answer any question. So if you spend more than 1 minute in one question, you know that automatically you're not going to finish all other questions. So just a revision time for them. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Esomnofu. I mean, you have, in fact, me listening to you, I'm already inspired. Like, I'm super duper inspired. I just want you to know that we are so proud of you here, being the fact that you're from Oba in Anambra State here. We are super duper proud of you. And thank you so much for coming on this program, 20 Sport Show, to inspire young ones. We are following up on you, and we'll keep having you once in a while. Like the next time you're going to be on this program, you will talk to teachers, because you said something about online mentoring, that you're even mentoring and coaching students from other countries, not even Nigeria. I picked it. So the next time you're going to be here on this program, you are going to let us into that, so that some teachers, a lot of teachers will know that the world is driven by technology and they can do so much more on social media. Once again, thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
To find, she gets stars.